And then also another thing that happened this week, obviously, Quinn Ewers was named the starting quarterback. I think this was all pretty much expected, but there were reports like 2 days before this happening that Hudson Card was actually impressing in practice and going to be the starting quarterback. It was reported by Orange Bloods and I believe one other site. And obviously, 2 days later, that was not the case. Quinn Ewers was named the starting quarterback, just like I think most people expected. When you're that highly touted, you got paid $1.4 million at Ohio State and then transfer over here. I think it was pretty expected at that point that he was going to be the starter. I don't know why there was this sudden change. I don't know if that was like an intentional leak to see who Sark could trust and who he can't trust. Like he was telling different people. I don't know if a booster got to his ear. I don't know anything, but I know Quinn Ewers will be the starting quarterback. And I think what I really liked is Sark came out today and he definitively said he's a starting quarterback. He's going to play the whole game, the first game versus Louisiana Monroe. There's going to be no splitting reps like there was last year. So basically, unless he gets hurt or struggles mightily, I don't see Hudson Card playing. What did you think about this, D4?
Yeah, I think Sark is banking on our future. Well, bottom line, I think Quinn has the upside. He has the better arm talent. And I just think, like I said, Sark is banking on our future.
100%. And he mentioned that during his press conference. He talked about his arm talent, his mobility, his also how he can make basically every throw he needs, how he can run the offense the way it's capable of being run. So I think he kind of mentioned that, and I think a lot of that was subtle jabs a little bit at the guys of last year, not jabs, but like pointing out the facts that these guys couldn't make the throws that Quinn can make, and that's 100% true. Hudson and Casey are not capable of making some of the throws Quinn can possibly make. Now, will we have to live with some growing pains? Yes, I expect Quinn Ewers to make some pretty stupid plays early in the year that he won't make later on in the year. But at the end of the day, it will be worth it. At the end of the day, this isn't a championship team. So it's not just a quarterback away. There's multiple, like I said, especially with the injuries, there's multiple positions that still need to be filled. So I think it was smart going with the guy in this case. If this roster is an A+ roster and all you need is a decent quarterback, like a C quarterback, then you would go with someone like a Hudson Card. But you want to grow into the future, and I think Quinn Ewers is the guy to do that. Let's see. Let's go to the comments real quick.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. If you want to, we seen what Hudson Card had to offer against Arkansas last year. You know, if you look back to Quinn Ewers' high school days, this guy will let it rip. He played his, I think it was his junior year with a sports hernia, and still played through all up until the state championship game. So this guy has guts. I don't think a bad game against Alabama is going to deter him. If that would be to be the case, I think he's one of those guys that is mentally strong and is going to be able to push through.
100%. And if he just does what Sark tells him to do and just runs the offense the way it can be run, as we've seen when Sarkisian was at Alabama, I think this offense could be very good. Now, obviously, the ceiling has dropped with Isaiah Nayer because he's a freak that can take the top off of the defense and also provides, like, it scares other teams away from double teaming, even triple teaming at times Xavier Worthy. You weren't going to be able to do that. Now we're another injury away from teams being able to do that. If Jordan Whittington were to get hurt or Casey Kane were to get hurt, I think you would see more of that, and you would see some of the struggles that you did last year. I'm hoping also that the run game is relied upon more and the run blocking gets better because that was an issue too. We still could not run inside last year. That was one of our biggest issues, and that's something that we need to fix going forward. And we'll see if that happens. We'll obviously find that out early versus Alabama. I don't expect us to score a lot on Alabama because, again, that's probably one of the 2 to 3 best defenses in all of college football. It's Quinn Ewers' second start. Well, and again, with the injuries that have happened, so we'll see.